do this? Do I get paid? Hey,
And here we
welcome,
are.
Weekend Live.
Welcome to Weekend Live.
They let us back. They let us back.
Now listen, all you New Yorkers, OMG, it's going to be over 100 degrees in New York City, so get your butts out here. We're having very cold,
105
cool weather.
with the heat
105.
Oh, at the
my
100
Lord.
in Manhattan. Isn't that amazing?
By the way, Bill McCuddy, you've never looked better.
I know. I've really changed my look. You
Yeah,
know.
you forgot your sunglasses. He always starts off with the sunglasses.
Oh, we should've let
So
know.
we should tell everyone. By the way, you might recognize this gentleman, Neil Rosen, from the show on PBS now.
Well,
is,
for
and
25 years, I was the entertainment critic on New York One, but these days I am a regular on Weekend Today in New York, the Today Show. And I also do a show with Bill McCuddy called Talking Pictures with Neil Rosen, and Bill McCuddy is one of our regulars, and that's on, it's on PBS All Arts, and you can watch it, actually, just go to YouTube and put in Talking Pictures with Neil Rosen, and you can watch any episode you want.
Just like us, you can go on YouTube and LTV's Tempton and keep watching us as well. If you don't get it
we
live.
like if you don't get it live, go to YouTube and keep hitting that number. I like when the numbers get racked up.
Yeah, me too.
But
I
they're
do.
not. They're never
We
racked
got up to
late.
7 the other day. No,
Oh,
just
that's-
kidding.
There
Just
you
We
go.
got up that high.
Well, you can follow me on X, formerly Twitter, but putting in Neil Rosen apples. I used to rate movies with apples.
Yeah, but if you gave a wormy apple, you knew the movie was bad.
half a wormy apple, and the link to the latest episode of the show you can find there, and you can see Bill McCuddy even though he's not here this week. But you could actually see. We have some tape of Bill
We do.
McCuddy.
Bill
We
McCuddy's
do.
actually in Scotland.
Ireland.
Trump's in Scotland.
Trump says, oh.
I heard he wants to do. He's at a clog dancing festival. He wanted to learn clog dancing.
Oh, for
no, I'm kidding.
heaven's
Who,
sakes.
Bill or Trump?
Bill.
Anyway, but yeah, Bill.
Isn't that what they do in Ireland? They do the clog.
No, that's
No.
clogging is
They
like.
do this Irish dancing, the step dancing.
I forget what it's called.
Did you see this play Dancing at
Dancing at Luna?
Yeah, where they did all the. I thought that was an Irish thing.
That's not clogging. That's
not clogging.
All right,
What's it
what-
called?
Anyway.
Anyway, but let's take a look. Bill's in Ireland. Do we have
Okay.
that?
Do we have Bill in Ireland?
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Ann Liguori.
And I'm Bill McCuddy. And here we are at Harry Potter's house in Ireland.
Exactly. We're on a golf media tour in Donegal, the county of
It's a scam.
Donegal, in the northwest of Ireland.
How's my golf this week? Okay, never mind.
Let's move on.
Hey, everybody at Weekend Live, we'll be back next week, and I just wanted to check in and say hello. She's an amazing hostess, and we're having a great time. We haven't played anything like any Hamptons course.
The links courses are divine. There's so many of them here in the Emerald Isle, and come on out and check it out yourself.
Bring a lot of balls, and we'll see you next week.
Now you know Ann, right? Ann is from the Golf Channel. Are you
Yes.
guys golfers?
I am not a golfer.
And-
I actually, I used to be a very good golfer, but the thing that really bothered me about the golf was getting the ball through the windmill.
As opposed to the
bada
alligator
boom.
that
Yeah,
goes.
the alligator. The clown thing at the end, they always, got
You got the free game.
You got
That
the
sort
free
of
game.
scared me,
yeah.
that clown thing. That was a little freakish.
So Neil, you are a movie critic.
I
So,
am. For
lots of
many
movies.
years.
What's your favorite of the summer so far?
My favorite of the summer is a movie called Materialists. See, I like the grown-up movies more than the cartoon movies, and it's by this woman, Celine Song, who her movie was on my 10 best list 2 years ago. She did a movie called Past Lives. Now that's streaming somewhere. If you want to see a really great movie, it was on my show, Talking Pictures, with another woman, Lisa Rossman, and Bill and I. It was on their 10 best list also. It was Lisa's actual favorite movie of the year. So that's streaming. I don't know what service. But anyway, she did a new movie with Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal seems to be in everything these
He's
days.
fabulous, as well he should be.
And Dakota Johnson.
She's
And-
she's
Oh,
fabulous.
yes, I saw. We had clips from that a couple
So
weeks
Dakota
ago.
Johnson plays an elite New York, specifically Manhattan, matchmaker, and you have to pay her a lot of money. She caters to wealthy clientele, like out here in the Hamptons, and but her own love life is a mess. She's deciding between this poor waiter played by Chris Evans or this really wealthy guy played by Pedro Pascal. He's got money, but she really loves Chris Evans, and it's a very good movie. It's more commercial than Past Lives, but It's a great. It's quite good.
Well, I have to. By the way, we're going to talk about the Fantastic Four, which opens a cartoon.
So that was my favorite movie so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're
it's a
going to talk
grown- it's
about that in a
grown-up-
minute.
grown-up
It's a
movie.
grown-up kids
And someone
movie.
Jackie's very excited to.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait until we talk to this fellow here. This guy is so exciting. Simon Doonan, he's done everything. He is a master of all trades. We'll be talking about him.
His new
interviewing
book
him
about camp.
About camp, which is very exciting. Plus, some of the things that we have going on this weekend, the Jackie Mason musical. It's a comedy. It's at the Southampton.
better be a comedy.
Yeah, let's hope. You know, it's the tragedy, comedy tragedy. It's at the Southampton Cultural Center, and it's set in Miami Beach circa the 70s.
Right.
And it's based on this whirlwind romance he had, and produced a love child, Sheba Mason,
Sheba Mason.
who is a comedian in her own right.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it sounds really fun.
I know Sheba.
Oh,
I've
cool.
seen her perform at many comedy clubs around Manhattan, and she'll be the first one to tell you that she did this play. She is a Jackie Mason. It's very interesting. Never really wanted to recognize because she was the illegitimate daughter. She was the love child.
Yeah.
She never really. Jackie never really acknowledged her. She tried and tried to forge a relationship. I am your daughter, but he. I'm sorry, I don't want to have any. I can't do a Jackie.
I don't want to cut you short now, but we have actually two of the stars of that play happen to be here.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't this
it's
hysterical?
flesh.
Sheba.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Thank you so much.
Hello, Sheba.
Oh my God!
It's a pleasure. Thank you
You're
so
the
much.
famous
It's amazing.
impersonator.
Here you
Oh my
are.
God!
It's
Come
amazing.
over a little closer.
Oh, come on, Jackie, come around.
Come around. Come around. Oh my God! That's
oh my God, that's so cool.
Was I accurate in your telling?
Yes.
That your father that Jackie wouldn't acknowledge you for a while, and
Yes, that's true, but I am happy to say that before he passed away, our relationship got better. We got closer, like I saw him on the street, and he actually recognized me.
This is unbelievable.
This is my daughter. This is Sheba.
Oh my gosh! And of course, you are a very famous impersonator, Jackie Mason.
That's what they tell me.
impersonator.
That's what they tell me.
that's much better than my terrible.
How do you
imitation of Jackie
become a
Mason.
Jackie Mason impersonator? I mean,
It's not by luck. I'll tell you that.
Doesn't he look like a young Jackie Mason?
Doesn't he look exactly like him?
If you look at the old
crazy.
clips of him
Yeah.
from doing Ed Sullivan, that's a whole other
Ed
story when he got thrown out. But you look like a young Jackie Mason.
You do.
For better or worse. I don't know if that's an insult or if that's a compliment, but I'll take it.
Oh, I love it. Take it as a compliment.
okay,
Oh
so
my God.
it's this weekend, Southampton
weekend.
Cultural Center.
Yes.
Yes.
And are tickets still available, or are you sold out already?
We have some tickets still available. It's Saturday night, and then there's 2 shows on Sunday at the
2
Southampton
p.m.
and 7 p.m.
Cool. At the Southampton Cultural
Cultural
Center,
Center,
yes.
which is on Job's Lane, correct?
No, that's on
Oh, that's-
25 Pond Lane.
Ah,
People get them confused. Yeah.
I get them all.
Jackie's
Yeah.
worked on this show for a very long time. I know Sheba. I'm
Sheba.
sorry, Jackie.
Yeah, no,
I know
hey.
I know Sheba for quite some time. I've seen her perform many clubs around Manhattan. She's very fun.
Yeah, she's a
And
comedian in her
worked on
own
this-
right.
And she's been working on the show for a very long. And it's a fascinating story because it's not a fictional story.
No, it's
we all
true.
know Jackie Mason, the late great Jackie Mason,
Yeah.
and this is his daughter, and
That's
it's
so
about.
exciting! Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Well,
you guys
we
are
have so
here.
much to. We have a chock full of shows, so we got to move things along.
Thank you
guys,
so
good luck
much
this
for
weekend.
having
Jackie, can I get an
me.
autograph from Jackie Mason?
Welcome,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he has the mannerisms, everything.
I
Here,
did
you
tell
can hear autograph.
Shiva, nice meeting you. Thank you.
you. Thanks
Anyway,
so much.
what's the weather like this weekend, Jay? I don't
Yeah,
know. Let's
let's see
find
the
out.
weather.
Let's see what's going on
Can I
with
do
the weather.
Can I do the weather? Not a bad weekend ahead.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It's going to be terrible in New York City, and we have nice weather out here.
If you want to buy a house, you have 2 real estate agents here who'll be happy to sell it.
There you
And
go.
then if you buy a new house, you're going to need artwork in that house. And luckily, we have Steve Hartman here from Contessa Gallery
Hello,
in Southampton.
Steve.
And when Steve's here, we know we're going to have fun.
We're going to have some fun. And-
Okay, I hate to say this out, but I've seen those shoes before, Steve.
Oh, shush. They look good. They go with the outfit.
Are they? Oh, no way.
Ah.
They look like the other ones, though, a little.
Well,
Are they the same
go.
they're
shoe?
Louboutin. They're spiked.
They're
Ah,
spiked. Ooh.
Louboutin, of course they are Louboutin.
Steve is the ultimate dresser.
He
I've
is
gotta
the best
tell you,
dresser
every
in the
time.
Hamptons.
He really is.
So-
Just go to the gallery just to see Steve's outfits, not the artwork.
So the bad joke to start this segment is, do I say hello, Dolly?
Oh, bada boom.
So go ahead. You have a new exhibit at the Contessa. Tell us all about it.
So we have an incredible retrospective of Salvador Dali, and it's the 100th anniversary year of surrealism.
Wow.
So we are very excited that we have original works, French Aubusson tapestries, and limited edition etchings
I
that
don't
were
know
all
what we're
hand-colored.
I don't know what we're looking at there,
Wow.
but that's not the Dolly stuff.
That's not it.
No, that's not.
No.
Gee,
No, guys.
interesting.
gotta-
Unless Dolly
Anyway,
did
but we're
something.
looking. But these are real
some
works
here.
behind.
Yeah.
And your guest here with you, Steve?
Is Jean-Christophe Argelet, whose father was Dali's most notable collaborator, financier, and
Wow.
publisher of Dali's career.
I'm sorry, your name is quite the mouthful
Yeah.
for an American.
That's why we made Steve say
JC for
Yeah.
short.
JC is
JC is
much
easier.
easier.
JC,
yeah.
okay, much easier. Is it Francais? You're French.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we
lovely.
came for with a few works of the exhibition.
Yes, so could you
Wow.
tell us a little bit
Tell
about
us about the
these two?
pieces. Yeah.
Yes, maybe could start
Oh,
with
is this
this
one?
one.
Oh, okay, bring it up.
We have that, I believe, on camera too.
I start with this one because it was the first one published
Tilt it
by
so that we can
parents.
see it. There we go.
That's it.
Yes.
So it was published in '60.
Whoa.
They wanted to meet Dali to make one illustration for their first book. So they had the possibility to meet him and they asked for one subject. And Dali engraved this copper etching on a copper plate with different nails and dated it 1960. The intention was to only do one work, but there was something between them, and finally, 25 years later, they published nearly 200 different subjects with him.
Wow.
They became his most important publisher, print publisher,
Oh, interesting.
with Dali.
Wow.
So this exhibition at the gallery is reflecting all this 25 years collaboration. So first subject, incantation, where you find a lot of typical Dali symbols.
So what does l'incantation mean in English? Incantation?
Yes, incantation. That's the same. That's the same word. So you find the crutch, you find the bread, you find all the Cadaqués landscape around Dali's home, which was his universe somewhere.
Interesting.
And
Is this Venus de Milo?
yes, the Venus here engraved, the yin and the yang symbols here.
And his mustache. Look, there's his
Oh,
mustache.
you're very good. Very
Right?
That's
Could be.
could be
It's up for
the
interpretation.
death, of course.
Yes,
So a lot of Dalinian symbols in this,
Symbolisms,
and a kind of fingerprint in red.
Oh.
That's it. So
Lovely.
it was their first publication in
endeavor.
1960.
How exciting. You know, I'm going to be a dog in the manger here. I heard that in order to make money, Dali signed blank sheets of paper to sell them, and now it's very hard to authenticate his work, some of his work. Is that true?
It's a legend who was performing during the 1980s, 1990s, because there was a lot of forgeries.
Yes.
So when the first police raided the first big forgery organizations, the only thing they had to say for their defense is Dali signed
He signed the piece of paper. Yeah.
pre-signed.
pre-signed piece of paper. But you have to know that at that time, a single autograph Dali was valued for $25,000.
Like Picasso's. Picasso used to do that.
And they tried to explain that he could sign for $15 each sheet, which would take years and years and years for him, when he could sell any work with his signature at a very high price. So this was a legend, but it made a kind of scandal. And there was, anyway, a lot of scandal around Dali's life, always.
Always, yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about this one.
Jackie, could you do me
Just you got to move
Oh,
over,
no,
Jack.
go this way. There we go.
Thank you, my friend.
On this work, we are now in 1966-67. He wanted to reconciliate with Picasso.
That's like Picasso. Wow.
That's why. Because he was friend with Picasso when he was very young, and Picasso owned the first money for him to come in the US. And after, when he came back, he wanted that Picasso ask him for the money back. And Picasso was so proud that he never asked for the money back.
Wow.
But
That's
he
lovely.
never met Dali again. So in order to have this situation solved, Dali tried to reconciliate. So he selected certain subject of the Picasso's bullfight, and he worked on the Picasso works, changing it in a Dali way. He Dalianized.
Dollyized.
Oh, Dollyized. Dollyized the tournament surrealistic.
That's why,
Interesting.
in this particular etching, you have a Picasso base, which is nearly only the bull
Yes.
and the background with the public on the back.
And the
But-
rest is
All the toreadors with a face of parrot, a crutch,
interesting.
and the kind of clown in front of the bull's head. Everything was invented by Dali.
Wow. Now you speak about crutches. I understand that he was obsessed with ants, which represented decay to him, and crutches, which represented, weakness or a crutch.
Yes, a crutch, because he was working on soft forms. We saw in the other etching a kind of soft bread. So you need to have something to handle the soft shape.
Oh, interesting.
Now, how did you two connect before
Yes.
we?
Well,
And by the way, are you open, Dolly? Sorry.
Oh,
no,
oh my
I've
gosh.
actually been working with this collection for 25 years. I've owned pieces from this collection.
Wow.
We had our first solo show with the family back in 2004. This is our 5th major show with the family, and we're just very honored to have Sean Christoph here with all of his stories growing up with Dali. You brought up a very interesting point about authentication. The reason I have only worked with this collection for the last 25 years, because it is airtight. It comes from the original family, his father that was the publisher, financier, and collaborator
There's
with
a real
Dali.
provenance.
We have all the certificates of authenticity.
Wonderful.
We don't believe in taking risk with that. Dali was taken advantage of later in life, but that's also one of the reasons that I love Dali so much. I think he's one of the greatest artists of all time and one of the greatest draftsmen. But I like finding anomalies, things that are historically significant but are also undervalued. And when you have something that cast a shadow on something that has been eliminated much more recently, I think that the prices are way below what they should be, and it
Interesting.
represents great value for our collectors.
So when is the opening night? We already had the opening night?
We're opening tonight from
Tonight?
5
Which
to
is
8.
Friday.
The Contessa
Friday,
Gallery, the
at
Contessa
9
Art
Main
Gallery,
Street.
9 Main
And then we
Street.
have another reception tomorrow from 5 to 8 and Sunday from 11 to 2.
Okay.
And we've also secured an incredible purveyor of Spanish meats, a great importer, and
wow.
Spanish wines
Wow.
that are going to highlight highlight and add to the experience of the incredible works of Salvador Dali.
Oh my God,
Oh,
that's
wow.
so exciting.
Jackie hit me when you said wine.
Yeah.
Steve. I've got to tell you, if you've not been to the Contessa Gallery,
You
and
really must go.
need to go.
You really do. It's
Not
amazing.
only is Steve an amazing human being and great person, but your gallery is just,
It's incredible.
it's almost a museum. It really
and
is.
this is Dali. I mean, you'll
This
be
is
able to
Salvador
see a
Dali. Like, people travel to museums to see Dali, and they can go to Southampton and see it in your store.
And the Dali
or your gallery.
Museum in the United States started in Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm from. So I grew up with it before we lost it to St.
Wow.
Petersburg, Florida, where I recently went and saw the Dali Museum, which was incredible.
That's
Oh,
great.
thanks, Steve.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
guys
coming
both.
and bringing
JC.
these wonderful pieces of art.
JC, much easier.
So nice
Yeah, go ahead.
meeting you,
And I want to
JC.
congratulate you, Patrick, on being honored on the Hamptons Power List last night.
Yes, congrats. Bravo, bravo.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, guys, if you're not going to the gallery this weekend, there's a new movie, and we're going to talk to Neil about it. Do you have any desire to see the Fantastic Four?
Of course.
There you go. Yeah.
Here
well,
we
good
go.
thing we have a sneak peek for everyone at home. It's playing in the Southampton Theater, East Hampton Theater. The Fantastic Four. Let's take a look.
Let's take a
I thought
look.
that's what we were. The
You are the
Fantastic
Fantastic
Four.
Four. Yeah, we are. The Fantastic
These
Four.
are the wannabes.
Fantastic, looking fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do you got going on today?
This is Tom Ford, Hyder Ackerman. Little, we added a little carnation that hopefully the context of which will be understood.
I love that. You guys have been all over the world. How great is it to bring it here to LA and at the Music Center?
It's unbelievable. This is home. I will say my brain knows I'm home. My body has no idea where it is right now. So it's an interesting confusion. But I'm going with it. It's been incredible. And it's my first big premiere in downtown Los Angeles. And so I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be prouder of a movie I've done. And I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Did you have to do a lot of extra stretching to get in shape for this?
I had to do a lot of things just to not offend anybody in a light blue bodysuit. It's not light blue isn't the most doesn't hide a lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I wasn't in very good shape and I had to whip it into shape.
And what a great summer between this Fantastic Four. You got Eddington out. You got an Emmy nomination for The Last of Us. How great is all of this news?
Enough is enough, right, people? Enough.
No, we want more, Pedro Pascal.
Oh, all right. Well, if you say so.
Go for it. There we go. Wow.
And we're back. This is Hamptons Weekend Live in the Hamptons, and we've got a great lineup. We've had a phenomenal lineup so far, but this one in particular, I have been so anxiously waiting to meet this fellow, Simon Doonan. He's here in the flesh. Welcome. How are you?
Style sage and cultural provocateur.
Oh my God.
they said.
Author, TV personality, former creative director of Barney's, just to name a few things.
Just a few things.
And he has a book coming out. Let's see the book.
The book
Oh,
we
you
have at
got
full
it.
screen. We have Camp. It's called The Glorious Flamboyance from Louis XIV to Lil Nas X. And along with Simon is Marianne Grease from the Fashion Group International.
Yes.
And we'll get to why you're both here together in just a second. But Simon, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
This book, I just want to say, fun.
Lots
Oh,
of fun.
totally.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
it's completely frivolous. I mean, that's what's really great about camp. Every aspect of camp is unserious.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, your
you
windows.
guys are kind of camp, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
we are.
you.
Thank you. You fit right in here, baby.
I thought we were cheesy. I thought I thought we were more cheesy than campy. Simon,
Yes.
thank you.
Now,
Thanks,
in the
Simon.
late 80s, what I used to do late at night after going to Area We go
Area, wow.
and watch look
Maybe
at
we
your
met at Area.
displays. Probably, yeah, I remember you on that dance floor. And we used to
I remember
go, I mean, totally wasted, not really, I'm just saying that, and try to interpret what you were thinking in dressing those windows. And we come up some real wild
Did you do the
things.
windows in the to me there's
Yes.
two Barneys. There was the original Barneys and then the Barneys on Madison Avenue.
I
in
was
60.
actually both.
You did both.
So yeah, no, I went to work at Barney's. I was so lucky to get this incredible job in 1986.
Yeah.
And they let you do anything you want, right?
No, I mean,
or
I
did
was
did you have
part
to
of-
run it by them or something? Or
Yeah, I tried to be very sensible, but I like to do things that are intriguing and fun and playful and camp. Hello,
Yes.
and get people in the door and intrigue them.
And
Nope.
you did the 1984 design scene for the LA Cop. What was it called? The
Beverly
Hills Cop.
I did.
Yeah,
You've
that's
really
so
been doing your
cool.
research,
Well,
darling.
I've been following you a long
Jackie
time.
did tons of research. She
I
was so excited.
did. I was so excited.
But I will say, in the book, you say the camp's been asleep. Let me get the exactly. Tucked in her four-poster bed, fast asleep. What do you think woke up camp?
Well, the purpose of this book was to really put the spotlight back on camp.
Right.
Because in the 1960s, 70s, camp was big. People would say, oh, that's very camp, you're very camp, blah, blah, blah. But then it sort of fell out of favor a little bit. I'm sort of putting the spotlight back on it because there's many aspects of culture now, like the Real Housewives,
Right.
stuff that wasn't around then that are very camp and need to be kind of.
But this spans like continents and it spans
yes.
centuries. How did you narrow this down to this a book?
I know. I must be incredibly clever. It was fun. It was a really fun project because it's not about judgment. It's about enjoyment. Camp.
and you worked for Diane Vreeland
Diana Vreeland.
Diana Vreeland, I'm so sorry, at the Costume Institute at the Met, at the Metropolitan.
Was she
Yes.
camp? Come on,
Yeah,
you
um,
tell
she
us.
What was she like to work?
She was incredibly camp because, I worked on the Costumes of Royal India exhibit at the Met
Oh,
I
remember.
under her purview, and that's when she said, "Pink is the navy blue of India."
Oh,
So that's a camp
Pink
person.
is the navy blue of India.
Oh, I
So
remember
that's-
that.
That's my new favorite line. So, Marianne, you're here with Simon, and that brings the two of you together?
Well, we're hosting an event in honor of the release of Camp 100 with Simon, who has been a longtime friend and colleague of Fashion Group International. Fashion Group International is a global nonprofit of professionals in the industry, and our mission is to support emerging talent and provide resources and mentorship to the industry. So one of our rising stars, Diego Benetti, is hosting the talk with Simon and Jonathan Adler tomorrow in Sag Harbor.
Oh, fantastic. Where in Sag
Where in
Harbor?
Sag Harbor?
At Love Benetti at his store.
Oh, wow.
And Nigel Barker is supplying espresso martinis. We have great partners, but
They
the
hit you again.
There you
Yeah.
go.
the highlight
It's on, for
is
people that don't know, this is on Main Street.
it's on Washington Street.
Just right off Main Street.
Right off Main Street,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
Fashion Group International occupies a really unique space in the fashion world because, okay, you've heard of the CFDA, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's like the Oscars,
Which
a
you
little
won
more
an award
formal,
for.
blah, blah. But the Fashion Group is more like the Golden Globes. So it's more fashion inside, more
And more
playful.
liquor.
So everybody wants to go to that event, the Night of
The
Stars,
Night of
the Fashion
Stars.
Group International
Which
Night
Simon
of Stars.
hosted for probably
Oh.
20 years.
Wow.
And then my teeth started falling out to get somebody else.
Thank God for dentists.
Yeah.
You know, I've always wanted to ask you, you managed the Christie's auction of the Marilyn Monroe estate.
Yes.
Now, what was it like? Were you able to actually touch, I know this sounds
Yes.
weird, touch her dresses and
Yeah.
did you feel her?
Well, it was extraordinary because all of her stuff had been in storage since she died. And then, the executors of her will said, now's the time to sell it. It was 2000, I think. And so they deemed that this was the time. So then there were days and days of unpacking bags with her dresses in, brassieres,
Was
stuff.
the iconic dress that blows over the grate on Lexington Avenue, which they actually refilmed in Hollywood because they couldn't get the right shot. But but it's the very famous shot of Marilyn Monroe. Was that dress
that
there?
wasn't there, but you know what was there? Was the happy birthday present.
Oh, yeah.
The infamous one. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Didn't Kim Kardashian
Yeah,
do
she
something?
subsequently. It was interesting because when that dress was looked at, we had to wear gloves. We couldn't
Oh,
touch
really?
it. Very careful. So then, seeing somebody walking around wearing it, I thought, why not? At least it's getting an airing.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
Now, Simon, and also Marianne, the event on Saturday, can anyone just stop by, or how do they, or?
You can stop by. It's a foundation fundraiser. So
Okay.
we will have books available. Simon will be signing, and there will be a really great talk with Jonathan Adler. And
Your partner,
Yes,
husband?
Jonathan
Jonathan
Adler.
was husband.
I don't want to marry you if you're not married.
No.
I think you're husbands, but I don't know.
You know, one last thing I really wanted to touch on, the Obamas. Did you not help them on their first Christmas?
Yes, the Obama's first Christmas, I was invited to help with the holiday decor.
So you were in the White House.
Yeah,
Wow,
it
that
was
must
really incredible.
What's that like? What's that experience like?
Well, it was like I'd just become a citizen not long before
Oh.
that, so I thought,
You're
oh
from
my
Reading,
God.
right? Reading,
Yeah, a
England?
place called Reading. It's
Reading,
pronounced-
sorry.
near London. And so it was really major. It was so great.
I want to ask you, how far in advance and how big of a deal is it to do the holiday windows when you were doing Barney? Like, do you start in we're in July right now? Do you start in July? Because holiday
No, it would have
windows is
been
such
July of the, we
Oh
were
my
basically
goodness.
18 months out. 'Cause it's a
Wow.
lot of
Wow.
planning,
Wow.
and it has to tie together with marketing. So just fabricating the windows.
So if you
would
were
take
there
months
and
months
Barney
months.
still existed, you'd be working on 2026
We'd be starting,
Christmas.
we'd be getting
Wow.
ready to finish up this year while thinking about next year, because you have to juxtapose everything, and
But that's the biggie.
That's so cool.
that's
Yeah,
the.
that's-
well,
I
in
remember
retail,
those
the
so
fourth
well.
quarter is when you make all your
Yeah.
money.
It's all about the moolah, baby.
So
all about the
water.
moolah.
All about
Before,
the
can,
Benjamins.
can we do a quick lightning round of what's camp and what's not? Do you
Yes.
mind?
Yes.
Or you tell me. Let's say the royal family, camp or not camp?
Very camp, because they've got to be serious. So part of being camp, capital C, is being serious. So yes.
Okay. How about Crocs with rhinestones?
That can be camp. Like if you were wearing them and you were just very like, what?
Like
They're
what?
just-
What are
yeah,
these?
and so what? Very nonchalant about it. You could
Other
be camp
Kardashians.
about it.
Are the Kardashians, would that be considered camp?
I find them very camp because they have that thing that Susan Sontag, who kind of wrote a lot about camp, she said you have to have an element of this seriousness, and they're quite serious if you think about it. They're not frivolous in a funny kind of way. They're actually very serious. So they meet the criteria.
So that means we're cheesy, not camp,
We're
because
cheesy.
we're very frivolous.
You're a campy.
Campy.
Campy is when you're in on the joke and you're like,
Ah,
like drag queens are very campy because they get it. They understand the whole deal.
So what's the difference between camp and campy?
Well, someone of your age, I would explain it as follows. Okay,
30? Really?
John Wayne westerns. John Wayne westerns,
Sure.
right? Very
Okay.
serious kind of
Right.
John Wayne. Camp, capital C. Blazing Saddles.
Oh, okay.
Campy.
Campy.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
that's brilliant. Perfect.
Great,
Isn't it?
great
Puts it in a
example.
nutshell.
Johnny doesn't like me using that example because he said, "Oh, can't you get some updated references?"
No, I like that.
But
I
I'm
like
trying to.
that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
everyone's seen Blazing Saddles, haven't they?
So again, where is this event going to take place again? And you will be there, and your husband signing books, and it's for a phenomenal cause.
Right.
Yes, at Love Benetti.
Love Benetti.
Diego Benetti's store,
Right.
Okay.
the designer, at 17 Washington Street, Sag Harbor.
Fabulous. Thank you so
The
much.
name of the book again is
Yes,
The Camp
Camp.
100. Can they buy it at the gallery this weekend? This book will be
Total
available?
And he's
Mental.
going to
Oh,
sign.
total. Oh, good.
Totally.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
love this
so
book.
much for coming.
Thank you.
What,
Thank you.
what an honor
so
and a
much.
pleasure.
Thanks.
It really
Thank
was.
you
Yeah,
very
this is so camp.
You know what
Thank
else
you,
is
thank
kind of
you.
camp? Oh, do I should.
That's very camp.
So what-
How about the Fantastic Four? Is that camp or campy or just cheese?
The which?
Fantastic.
The movie, the
Marvel.
Fantastic-
What do you
Oh,
think of the
Marvel
Marvel
Cinematic
superhero
Universe.
I
movies?
think that those hero movies,
Yeah.
they're pretty camp. Because
Yeah.
Aquaman, I find very camp.
Aquaman.
Oh,
There's
love
one,
that.
one of the few that didn't
do
really
we
make
have
any
up
money there.
Yeah.
They all make money. That one seemed to not make that much
Well,
money.
once again, we have Fantastic Four playing at all the local theaters, so take a look at the trailer, and we'll get to the show times right after that and let you know what's playing this weekend at the the movie theater.
And I will
Take a look at Fantastic Four, and you'll tell us your
I'll tell
review.
you my review of it.
There you go.
Around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch,
I love you, Johnny.
and The Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on! Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
One.
And we're back with the Hamptons Weekend Live. And as you know, we're live. You can
And we
tell.
prove it every day. Every time we're there.
He's channeling Bill McCuddy.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
Bill McCuddy's thing. So, movies, come on. What's on at the movies?
What is on at the movies? Well, I saw Fantastic Four last night at the East Hampton Cinema.
Good.
It opens
nationwide.
They say it opens Friday, but I saw it Thursday night. They do that lately. They do that. And Pedro Pascal, who's in everything these days, it's playing in East Hampton. It's also playing in Southampton.
On IMAX, probably. Oh, here we have the times right there.
But we only have East Hampton and Sag Harbor today, but at least we know now in Southampton you can see the Fantastic
You could even
Four
see
as
it in
well.
3D, which I did not choose. Oh, really? It hurts my eyes.
Oh,
to
I
see
love
the
it. I
3D.
love 3D.
And I have to say, if you like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you will enjoy this. They rebooted the series. As I said, Pedro Pascal.
This is the third time. This is the third time they've done a Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but it's funny. I mean, they make.
Are they going to do a fourth?
They even. I don't know if you remember when we were kids. They had a cartoon.
Yeah, I remember the cartoon as kids. Yeah.
Right, and as you showed in the trailer, the Thing's big line was "It's clobbering time," and they show you the thing, and he goes, "No, that's only in the cartoon." So they're always. It's very tongue in cheek. It's camp.
That's camp.
To use the
including the Roger Corman 1990. Oh, that's right. There was a Roger Corman version.
It was
Roger
a
Corman. It's the fourth time. Oh my God.
Jason, thank you for that correction.
Very good.
Jason Nauer, who's helping us with the floor direction today.
Yes.
So
Gosh,
he's the man.
He's a godsend.
Jason, you remember Ben's last name? Ben
Grimm.
Ben Grimm.
Ben
Right.
Grimm.
So he's played by, if you watch the movie, if you watch the TV series The Bear, Ebon Moss-Bachrach plays Ben Grimm, who becomes Thing. You know.
Anyway, go see the movie.
It's funny
because we've got a lot of people left. We're running out of time. I'm
Okay.
sorry to say, Neil.
Yes.
But just in a real wrap up in
Sure.
East Hampton Friday and Saturday, we have. What do we have?
We have Smurfs. We have Smurfs. Which,
Superman, Fantastic Four.
That's right.
First Steps, that's what it's called.
That's right.
And then Saturday and Sunday, there's Jurassic World Rebirth.
Right.
And then I Know What You
Here we
Did
go.
Last Summer. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
And
cool.
then the Fantastic Four. In Sag Harbor, let's move it on to Sag Harbor.
Superman, which I loved. I loved Superman. I
Superman
thought it
was
good.
fun. Wasn't fun. I
It was
thought
good.
it was
fun.
It was fun.
It was the
good.
best one since the first two Christopher Reeve ones.
I think Crypto made the movie.
Yeah,
Crypto
there you
stole
go,
the movie. Crypto the dog stole the movie.
Crypto
And
the
then
dog for
we
Superman
have
fans.
Eddington, Sorry Baby, and then Saturday Trolls, Superman again in Eddington, and then Sunday Trolls, Sorry Baby, and Nashville.
Oh wow, the Robert Altman movie.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
Anyway,
really good.
And the CGI, by the way, if you this is the 7th, if I'm not mistaken, Jurassic movie. The dinosaurs, from a CGI standpoint, have come quite a long way since the very first
Yes,
many
Jurassic
decades ago,
Park.
Jurassic Park.
I think it's a dinosaur. It's a done deal after this, from what I've heard.
Well, I don't know if it makes hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah,
there'll be
they're
another
still
one.
gonna
I don't know
go.
where they
money,
go.
Money talks, Jack.
Anyway,
You're
let's see.
right.
By the way, people go to the movies when the weather stinks, but I don't think we're gonna have a busy.
Doesn't matter. It may be too hot.
Yeah. Anyway, but
As bad as
let's
June
take.
was weather-wise, July has been extraordinary.
Phenomenal.
But you can go at night to the movies. When
Yeah,
it's
that's
nice.
true. It's good air conditioning.
I
used to
saw
go
the 10:10 show last night. Although I will tell you that they had 40 minutes of previews. And
Oh, it's
trailers.
crazy.
But, I
Oh,
mean,
I
I usually go to screenings, or
Yeah.
they send me links. But I bought
You're
a ticket,
spoiled.
went in,
You're
and I'm
spoiled.
like, the following preview has been approved, and it's like, okay, how many? And 40 minutes of this stuff, and I'm like,
no.
but I did get a fair look at what's coming.
Which is nice too. Trailers are good.
Their
What's
trailers
up
are
next,
good.
Patrick?
Let's
Who are you
take a look at the
interviewing
weather, and then we're going to be with our next guest, Gene Jones, who you're not going to want to miss.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Do you want to be happier?
Always.
You want to be happier, and you want more success, and you want to improve your health.
Who doesn't want that?
Well, it's a good thing to do. But luckily enough, we have Gene Jones here, who wrote this book called Consolidated Wisdom, the ultimate book of quotations for success, happiness, and health. And Gene, thank you for joining us right now. And you have another book as well. We'll talk about both of them as well. But you've done everything. You've been like a game show host, fire eater. Like, your career spans multiple sort of genres, I guess. So how did you end up becoming a writer?
Well, I was always a writer because as I was doing other things, I was always writing.
Yeah.
And this book, Consolidated Wisdom, has all these quotes in it, which actually came from the game show that I did for 35 years.
What kind of game show was this? I'm very curious.
Well, it was called the Gimme a Hint Trivia Game Show. And I started out doing just a straight game show, but when people were stumped, audiences were stumped, people used to always tell me, wait, don't tell me the answer, give me a hint.
Wait, don't tell me. That should be the name of a game show too. There
Well, you have a choice, one or the other.
Was it a trivia game show?
Trivia game show that I did off the top of my head, live for audiences.
Really, you didn't prepare it was off the top of your head.
No cue cards.
Off the top of your head?
Can you hit Patrick and I with a trivia question?
Well, I'm not doing trivia anymore.
Just one question. No, you can't do it? Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, it's actually one of the things that we were going to talk about. You were going to ask me, what kind of question did I use to stump audiences?
What kind of question did you use to stump audiences, Gene?
See, I'm interviewing myself.
There you go. You're a pro.
Well, this is a question about who is the only athlete ever to be in the World Series and play in the Masters golf tournament.
Wow.
Now, I used to use that question when somebody said, this guy knows everything about sports. So I would ask this question because it's so obscure. And the answer is...
I can't guess?
Sammy Bird.
I was going to say Sammy Bird.
Oh, were you? If you had, you would have
You just beat me to it. I mean, my goodness.
But Sammy Bird's an interesting fellow. He was Babe Ruth's ninth inning replacement, but he was also a great golfer, and Babe Ruth liked to play golf with him. And I think that's why he stayed on the team for years. But he was a championship golfer who then played in the Masters golf tournament.
Very, very good. Very
Now,
good.
in Consolidated Wisdom, there are tons of quotes. Can you share with us probably one of the most influential quotes you have in this book of yours?
Well, influential for myself personally?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of them, but I think Ralph Waldo Emerson, if you want to have a friend, you have to be, the first thing you have to do is be a friend.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
And P.T. Barnum, the
sucker
best way to
born.
be happy is to make others happy.
See, the only P.T. Barnum quote is there's a sucker born every minute.
Right. That's not in the book.
That's not in there.
And your other book is called Wisdom Meditations.
Modern
Wisdom. I'm sorry.
Wisdom Meditations are in the book.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But in this, how would someone use this book as in real life?
Well, very different books. The second book, Modern Wisdom, is all my own quotes.
Right.
Whereas Consolidated Wisdom is a collection of quotes from the last 5,000 years, which came from my game show where I used to use quote questions as game show questions.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
But how would someone use this? The whole idea is wisdom is best when actionable. In other words, if you find quotes that give you guidance, then use them, put them into action to make your life better. And that's what the book is geared towards doing. And then there's Wisdom Meditations at the end, which teaches people how to take wisdom quotes and actually apply them to their own life challenges.
Now, you've spent years collecting these quotes.
Right.
Are there any quotes that, and some of them are very old, ancient quotes. Are there any that are ancient that still resonate today that you could think of that come
Well,
to
the
mind?
surprising thing is they all do. Because the one thing that's constant that I realized after studying 5,000 years of wisdom quotes is that human nature hasn't changed. So humans are dealing with the same issues that we dealt with back in Roman times and even before. In fact, the quote that's from 2900 BC by Fu Si in the book actually talks about the wisdom of the ancients. So he's talking in 2900 BC about ancient wisdom before him.
Interesting. 5,000 years worth of quotes.
Yeah.
Now, if someone were to pick up your book,
Yes.
how do you suggest they read? Do you delve into this and just go from, or do you just hop around like sort of a Bible kind of way?
That's a great question. There's a table of contents, and everything's divided up by subject.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is go to the subject that you're most interested in, that say if you're dealing with a love issue or a business issue, whatever it is, every arena of life is dealt with in the book. And then you start with that. And then at the end of each chapter, there's references to what chapter might be best for you to go to next.
Right.
Because if you're doing sports wisdom applies to business, applies to the arts. So everything is connected in some interesting way. And if you do the book that way, you'll actually end up reading the whole book in a different order.
Just a different sequence. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest difference between curating other people's quotes, which is in Consolidated Wisdom, and sharing your own thoughts, with
modern wisdom?
With modern wisdom.
Well, it is a very different process, because in one place, you're trying to be selective and pick out the best quotes of others. But in modern wisdom, it's all my own creativity and innate thinking. So it was much more of a from the inside out as opposed from the outside in.
Was it harder doing this one, or was it harder curating the?
They both had their own challenges, but I must say I got totally immersed when I did Consolidated Wisdom, and I put Modern Wisdom off to the side till I was finished. And then once I started Modern Wisdom, then I got totally immersed in that. But they were both really joyous to produce.
Now, can we find these books at Bookhampton in Sag Harbor or in East Hampton?
Well, I tried to get it into Bookhampton, maybe.
We're not allowed to say where to buy the books or anything like that. It's still public access, my friend.
I'm so sorry.
about that.
Okay, moving on.
We can talk about the books and how great they are and what's in it, but we can't. Yeah.
They can go to my website to find out where to buy the books. How's that? GeneJonesWisdom.com.
And what's next for you now, Gene, real quickly?
Well, I'm working on the Wisdom Lovers Workbook, which is combining, because I'm also a creativity coach, it combines creativity theory with wisdom, and there'll be all kinds of different creativity exercises on how to use wisdom to better your life.
I must ask you before you leave, how do you learn how to be a fire eater? I've watched fire eaters since my parents, when I was a little kid, rest in peace, took me to the Ringling Brothers, and how in the world do these people do this, you know?
Yes, well, first of all, you have to be careful, because it is real fire, and you have to know that fire always burns up. So never put it in your mouth this way. put it in your mouth this way so the fire burns out of your mouth. But as far as blowing it, you have to put a flammable substance in your mouth and learn how to spray it in a way that spreads the flames.
All right, I'm not gonna try that at home.
I actually taught Gene Simmons of KISS how to eat fire.
Did you? Oh,
Back in
wow,
yeah.
that's an interesting.
I
that
was
is
hired
interesting.
to open for them at a concert back in 1976. And they saw me rehearsing and actually they came to me and said, can you teach us how to eat fire? So I went out in back of this theater and they gave me $50 and I taught them how to eat fire.
Oh, how cool.
That is
The name of the name of the author, Gene Jones, 2 books, Consolidated Wisdom and Modern Wisdom. Check it out, go buy it online. Gene, thanks so much again for being here. We appreciate having you. Once again, weather, most important question of the weekend. Let's take a look at the weather one more time because it looks like a promising weekend for weather.
Yeah, it'd be a great weather weekend.
Yeah. Okay.
Getting off the elevator.
There are 2 topics that are in the Hamptons always talked about. First, who's wearing what? And second, real estate. We have Sarah Alvarez with us from Ravis Mortgage Company, and we're going to do all things real estate, mortgage, banks, blah, blah, blah. So, Sarah, welcome to the show once again. We all know what the rates are doing. I mean, it's just been a you-know-what show.
Yep.
I mean, I would say rates certainly aren't exactly where we want them to be, but they have been relatively stable, so that's a good sign. Even though we read headlines daily about what they're doing, generally there hasn't been too much movement. The big news, of course, will be what happens with the Fed meeting next week and the unexpected visit that the president paid to the Fed actual building this week, which is definitely something that hasn't necessarily previously happened, especially so close to a meeting. It sort of suggests that maybe trying to influence the rate cuts in the future. But the Fed has stood sort of very clear in their independence, and I think that's very important. So.
Separation of church and state, so to speak.
Yeah, there you go. So nothing. When does the Fed actually meet next week?
We'll hear from them on Wednesday. So.
Oh, Wednesday. So that's no. But once again, we always talk about this. Rates are not that crazy though.
They're not.
Where's a 30-year? Where's a 30-year right now?
The 30-year fix is anywhere between 6.5 to 7, depending on all the characteristics of a loan. But if you're looking at adjustable rates, we're down in the 5s. And at the end of the day, the focus should be on the monthly payment, making sure that works for you.
Yes.
When rates come down, everyone will be able to do a refinance. But until then,
smart.
The world does go on. I think a lot of people sat on the sidelines for a long time, and we're really seeing them come back into the market. Especially because I have been noticing that we've been seeing some price adjustments in the downward direction, which
sellers are getting realistic.
Typically brings people out.
It does, yeah. It's quite busy. Now, Patrick, you mentioned something about capital gains.
Yeah, there's the president's been talking about getting rid of the capital gains tax on houses. I mean, there's more to it. That's an oversimplification of it. How will that affect you, Sarah?
I mean, I think in terms of, for all of us, it would certainly galvanize the real estate market in some ways. If you look at what has happened with home values, I think I read something that since 1997, average values are up almost 200%. That's
Wow.
pretty wild.
Since 1997.
And 1997 is the year I chose to benchmark because that is the last time the exemptions were established, which are $250,000 for a single and $500,000 for a married couple. So I think that may be more so than actually getting rid of the tax, which would require quite a bit of moving mountains.
Right.
Perhaps a good place to start would be looking at those exemptions and getting those numbers increased to reflect for what the reality is.
Oh, it's sort of like our Peconic transfer tax. It's so low, maybe it needs to be up because prices have increased so much since the 90s.
An adjustment for inflation.
An adjustment for
For
inflation.
inflation.
Definitely.
And so, before we go, I want to ask you one more question. If someone's getting ready to get a loan, what advice can you give them, Sarah, as a professional?
Yeah, what are banks looking for in a buyer?
I would say if you're getting ready to take on financing, don't do anything different. A lot of people will maybe close out an old credit card that they don't think is doing anything for them. That can actually have a negative impact on your credit score. So make sure you talk to a professional, get everything in order. But it's not the time to start changing jobs, moving money around between your bank accounts. Just keep everything status quo. And as you move through the process,
No
you'll be
opening
advised.
credit cards,
Exactly.
anything like that. Anything that'll put a ding in your credit
No
rating.
opening or closing credit
Yeah,
cards.
well, we do have an open house this week that I want to tell people about, and this is kind of interesting. It's that it is part of Canoe Place Inn, which Bill McCuddy he gets his mail there. And, he does. Anyway, but
wanna find him?
there's an
Go
open
there.
house there on Sunday, and it goes from 1 to 3 p.m. But we have a little video of Canoe Place boathouses. You know what? If you haven't been there, it's really special. It's a special place.
The restaurant there is great too.
Oh, I love the restaurant there. It really is. It's got everything. It is the ultimate Hamptons lifestyle.
But let's take a look at the properties. Hopefully we can end
Do you get a bag with the house?
I would assume they gave you a bag.
Maybe a little more.
Anyway.
That's the overview of it. This is part of Hampton Bays. And this is your front door. Oh, a chartered yacht.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's nice. Actually, it's
On-site
very
property,
Hamptons.
Yeah, let's take a look inside the property.
That's
But
the
there's an
color
open
of my
house
front door.
there on 45 Old Boathouse Lane South.
Look at that.
And it's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's about 1,750 square feet. And listen, for a lot of people who don't want the maintenance of a house, this is a perfect medium.
And it's a lot closer to New York City than
All right.
further out. Very nice.
Well, anyway,
Lovely.
I'm in. Sarah, thanks again. Neil, we're going to come over. We're going to toss it over to Neil.
Okay.
And we're going to come over and see you, Neil, and wrap
Thank
up
you
the
so
show.
much,
Sarah,
Sarah.
thank you. You're the best.
You're the best.
There we go. Here, we're coming over
Here
to
we
go
go.
say
We're
hello to
running.
Neil.
We're
Let's
running.
go. Let's go.
Okay.
Yes.
Shall we
Neil,
talk
did you have
about?
fun?
Such a long
this is
ways
great.
to
Should we
go.
talk about a couple of the events that are coming up at there's a summer concert at the Ross School?
And
Real
also
quickly.
the Ellen Hermanson
right.
Foundation.
Oh,
that's right, this
Which
weekend.
is, it's just a worthy cause. They give
right.
money. This goes towards people who cannot afford to pay for, treatment for breast cancer.
Yeah.
And Ellen Hermanson Summer Gala, you can go online, get tickets. I know they're
Yeah,
still
they're
available.
still
And it's
available.
at the Bridgehampton Surf and Tennis Club, I believe,
Yes,
correct?
in Bridgehampton.
It
It
is.
starts at 6:30. And
There's
what
a
else?
summer concert at the Ross School. It's an evening of yacht rock classics. Now, pardon my, what is? I've heard this term, yacht rock. What is yacht rock?
I think it's anything by Air Supply or Ambrosia. And possibly Christopher Cross.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I don't know.
Crosby, Stills, and
CSN, Jason, we're talking to Jason off camera, but I don't know what else is considered. I think Christopher Cross is like the king of yacht rock.
Interesting. Well, that's 5:30 Saturday at the Ross School,
Yes.
The upper school in East Hampton.
And the proceeds benefit the Ross School Raven Fund, which supports Ross programming and their students.
Oh, we're almost out of time, Neil. Thanks. Did you have fun?
I had a blast.
Neil, you
This
were
was
amazing.
great.
Was this
was
camp or
great.
cheesy?
This was camp and delightful.
And
It was
There
a
you
pleasure
go.
having you.
Such a pleasure.
Hard to fill Bill McCuddy's shoes, but I tried my
You-
best.
Oh, you did more than Phil, though.
You did a good run.
I'm sure
I tell
Bill's
you.
watching. I
Yeah,
know
he
he
better
is.
be.
I know he
There
is.
you go.
Bill, we kind of missed you.
We
kind of
do.
missed
We
you.
missed
Almost
you.
missed you.
We almost missed you. It's just-
Thank you
Bye, guys.
so
Have a great
much
weekend.
for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Enjoy the good weather.